So we open with the Cowboys brothers threatening the Braxton hybrid at the airport that she better stay away from him. So the Braxton hybrid said, "Who do you rednecks think you talking to?" So they telling her, "You ain't gonna get none of our family's money." Oh Lord. So they done bet Preston he couldn't get a black girl, and then he did. Oh no, so now she's a bet. Not a bet. Oh my God. So then Zach pulls up in his cart. He starts defending the Braxton hybrid. Meanwhile, the Braxton hybrid just runs him over with the luggage cart. That was good. So Danny telling Zach, "Look, go to the plane before the supervisors come, because you know what, I just hit these people." Back at the bank, the big bone sissy walks in on Sabrina and neck tattoo. Okay, so now we get into Calvin's drug test. Okay, so he ain't doing crystal meth. Well, then what explains those cheeks? So the big bone sissy says, "You know, Calvin's jealous, and I guess that's what you were aiming for." Now, big bone sissy, why are you pushing Sabrina back with the vibrator, sissy? I think she wants more masculinity. She said, "I just want something a little more rugged." And it's your prerogative. So I ain't mad at you. Get what you want. Don't be with him, and then the second somebody rugged come along, girl, you gonna drop him like he drops his panties. His panties. And he probably get them cheap Victoria's Secret, 5 for $20 thongs. Oh, he gonna be getting in your thongs, girl? He done already used your vibrator. Oh my God. No. You like, I wouldn't mind a skid mark or two, hell. So the big bone sissy says, "Well, look, you like neck tattoo, so go on out with neck tattoo and see what you really want. Because you getting on my nerves with your confusion." I mean, Sabrina, you don't want this man. I don't know why you won't break up with him. This makes no sense. It's been 2 seasons and you still hemming and hawing. So Zanny goes to see Zach on the plane, and they sharing the weed pen, and she had Zach's stuff. She found it in Lost and Found, so at least he got his grandpappy stuff. But Karen needs to figure out who stole that $6,000 from her, because it wasn't Zach. So Zach goes on and tells her about the Chain Breakers housing program. And she's like, "Well, why didn't you tell me?" "Because you're a butt. That's why I wouldn't tell you anything either, Braxton hybrid." So the Braxton hybrid's like, "Oh, so you're doing this for Danny." And he's like, "No, I'm doing this for me. Fatima makes me feel like a natural man. She never made me feel that way." So the Braxton hybrid's like, "I don't know what I'm going to do about Preston's people." And Zach's like, "You really like them." And she's like, "Don't jinx it." Okay. I don't know if this relationship going to work. Oh, but now we have Fatima stopping by that irritating lawyer's office. And the lawyer says, "Yeah, I told him to stay away from you." So he calling the guys trash and thugs, and she's like, "You could have been any one of them." So after that heated exchange, Fatima gets pulled into Andy's office. So Fatima tell her about the trouble she's having with the lawyer, and Andy apologizes for being short, and Fatima says, "Oh, it takes a lot to be you, because she's a hot sizzling mess who can't dress." Case closed. She's an adulterous, unscrupulous lawyer. That takes up a lot of hours of the day. Oh, and now Paris drops by Andy's office as Fatima's leaving. So Paris invites her out for dinner, but she's meeting the girls. He said, "You call me when you're drunk, horny, or angry. I want to get to know you when you're sober." Well, she's not sober that often. Fatima calls Zach and she invites him over for dinner, and she says it's handled, and he's like, "What do you mean?" Oh, Lord, the overacting. So now the Braxton hybrid gets to Sabrina's, and she says, "Preston's brothers came to my job." So she tells Sabrina, and the best part of all this is they said I was a bet, and I still ain't heard from Preston's ass. So Danny asks Sabrina not to tell the other girls because she don't want to talk about it right now. "But you do this to the other girls, so I hope Brina does it to you." Danny's like, "Are you sure Zach did it? I mean, people do hack credit cards. I'm with her." The bank heifer's like, "Look, I actually know somebody that work over there. I'ma call her, but this may not be Zach." Karen's like, "Well, thank you so much for caring about me. Y'all so worried about Zach going back to prison." Oh, Karen said he blocked me, so I know he did it. Braxton hybrid said, he blocked you because there's another woman. Child, even Andy was like, "Ooh, chain breakers, that's legit. He could do real well with them." Karen's like, "I want my money." Well, you'll get it once you find out who actually took it, and it's probably that preacher man. So they gonna pull the video from the store so that way we'll see who the thief is. I guess that's gonna be next week. Ha! The girl said, is it the blocking you or the money that's upsetting you? However, Andy still ain't talking to Gary, thank goodness. Oh, so Karen says, well, the Braxton Hybrid's dreaming of her cowboy, and Brina says, well, she better think about them racist brothers. I knew she'd throw her under the bus. These girls ain't good friends. Ha ha! The Braxton Hybrid said, oh yeah, you did that on purpose because I was short with your little panty man. That's exactly who he is, Panty Man. So the Braxton Hybrid go on and tell everybody what happened. Child, Sabrina is just spilling all the tea. Andy, does he usually call you? Before the Braxton Hybrid can answer, Sabrina's like, all day. Sabrina is getting a kick out of this. Speak your truth. So we ended with the Braxton Hybrid calling the cowboy one last time in her car. Oh no, and she gets home and she sees Preston by her door and apparently the brothers didn't beat him up. All right, so that was the shit, and I mean shit. I'll see you soon for the finale of Salt Lake City. So since that episode barely gave, let's get into some trailer reviews. First one up is Cosmic Sin with Bruce Willis. He a ass, but let's see what it give. Okay, so he's in some space bar and some guy says he's just a civilian now and he kick his ass. So some general wants to reinstate him and get his counsel. Okay, so some space crew made contact with some alien being. So they say humanity better strike first to continue the species. Oh, they got a space gate to bring their army. So they got a Q-bomb that they gotta get into orbit to launch. Okay, we got Space War. That look cute, I'll watch it. It's not The Fifth Element, but it's a Saturday movie. All right, let's check out Ascendant. We got some heifer tied up and blindfolded in an elevator that's going up and down. And the elevator throwing her around with all that movement. So her father apparently was with some mob and she had something they want. Oh, she got superpowers. So her father hid her powers from her so these people wouldn't find her, but they found her. In cinema, April 8th. Ain't nobody going to a cinema. You better put that on YouTube and call it a day. Get your $1.99 if you know what's right. I peep at it, but I ain't nobody going to no cinema. Bump that. In April? Of 2025, maybe. Okay, now what's this? Alice Fades Away? We are in Britain in like the 60s and somebody says, tell me about Alice, and this old man says, don't say that name to me. This woman maybe made somebody shoot herself. He was trying to rescue his kid. This is an odd mystery. I don't know if I want to see it or not. It's real, you can't tell what's going on. A whole bunch of white people being sinister. We seeing murders, and apparently she causing crap. That didn't make any sense. Okay, what's this called? Heavy? Let's look at Heavy. Okay, we got some guy getting out of the car. He looked beat up. Now we got a couple in the boudoir. People busting in apartments. We got two dealers, and I guess a heavy is what they're working on. What is that, a kilo? I don't know. Oh, goodness, so he trying to get out of the game. Okay, so somebody might be snitching. We got the heifer from Game of Thrones in here. Sansa. Lord, so now he got till tomorrow afternoon to come up with a whole bunch of money. Oh, his friends set him up. Child, this looks stupid. It just looks stupid. It ain't a good trailer, so I don't think the movie gonna be much better. Sorry, Sansa. Now we've got Into the Dark on Hulu. Well, Into the Dark Tentacles. So we got this guy getting engaged to this girl. A whole lot of sex scenes. Now he having some type of seizure while they having a picnic. Now he asking what's going on. The doctor says something around him making him sick. Seems like his heifer haunted. But that comes out February 12th. I might peep at it. All right, well, I'm going to see you soon for something.